talking to you, Mona 4real. Mona 4real, popularly known as Hajia 4real, is in the news again, and she's trending. The reason why Hajia 4real is trending go bust your mind, bro. The last time we saw Hajia 4real trending was at a TGMA. After we saw say Hajia 4real presenting award at TGMA stage, and a lot of Ghanaians able fuye are no much say obi said you America for watching at tuman and saying waba because of fraud issues, and a mama presenting award at stage Ghanaians bufu ye power ball margin. After that, and then the DT Koda Kakra. Now, some Nuka say Hajia 4real and trendy BM Archer saying Yasam Ketuakra list be. I drop it all the way from a year United States of a year America. ICE 4 I drop it a year on my list be. Now list all my dropping is couple of Ghanaians that have been arrested a year America at a year be deported back to a year Ghana. Now list and drop it omudin cry a chi so any crime omo committee ye at a nam so am I a chi woman nina I can list no a home ebi me do list him. Na wahuni ekoso na high vibes 24 trends so bomodi aso be subscribe to our YouTube channel so that anytime ebe drop updates we are no so nsa ebetumi I can be don't forget so be share your content no na for front so anya bi ahwe menum ye no nyina nim say after see Donald Trump ebe ye the president of United States of America no wachi a couple of like watching crofo bebre na wa try so be fight crime e wa America I am so just we deporting crofo maybe wabusuani bi wa America ye deporting ye bompa man o kompa ebuma kai ye pa send ye beya onkoto asan bia mu saa ene ye bompae ema Ghana ni bia owo eye ehonum na yenra listening na hwan krofo a kyese omwo eye ice list so a kyese ye ba be deport omo ene crime a kyese san krofo no omo committee ye so the first on the list eye one man be a friend say George Owusu Ansa omo se ye chi no ewo eye Texas eho ena ye chi no na bone say George Owusu Ansa ediye nam so my deporting abagana no identity theft na say okowia obi identity edi kodidi boni bi ana say okowia okofo obi identity di baby yes eno ne boni say George Owusu Ansa ekodiye US nam so me chi no Texas say ye bebo no edinaba Ghana. The second on the list man be a friend say Andrew K.A. Boateng me am name Andrew K.A. Boateng our list in subi na ye chi no New Jersey and I say chi Andrew K.A. Boateng na boni say Andrew K.A. Boateng ekodi ye nam so much say ICE 4 a chi no and it say Andrew K.A. Boateng almost say fraud impersonating na say fraud and I say Andrew Boateng eko ye yes and I say nam so a ye de a chi no. The third on the list say one list ne so on so ye be deported na Ghana menim say bi mpo a wabadada Masaudu Gariba Masaudu. I know say a lot of people more train Hajia 4real at no. Gariba Masaudu the third on the list artist or so one list to be chino. Now Bonnie almost say Gariba Masaudu ekodi and they say almost say oton drugs now or sign drug trafficking yes and no and I just say Gariba Masaudu or US nam so am I chino. Now the fourth on the list the ding Eddie Idris Osman or so or can list no ehubi in crofo so more ICE 4 list so artist ye be deport or more edu amaba Ghana almost see a chino Maryland and I just see a chi Idris Osman now Bonnie Idris Osman kokodi nam so am ya chino no fraud illegal use credit cards not just say credit card no ono use ni illegally na biemu no or sign fraud eno any Bonnie I just say Masaudu Bonia Idris Osman ekokodi nam so eme chi no. The fifth on the list Bema your friend say Awudu Ajo Awudu yes Ajo Awudu and the fifth on the list artist ya chi no aye be deported no edinaba Ghana na ya chi no New York and artist ya chi Awudu na boni say Awudu Ajo ekodi and it's almost weapon offense not just a weapon the two sekan ni nyina weapon America jackknife any ade what you say and no and I just say bonia Awudu Ajo ekokodi America just a list no or that so ebi the seat on the list abrantia just no the din ampie nanso boni just yeso odi no fraud illegal use credit card identity theft na kyerɛ sɛ ɔno no ne bɔne no ɛyɛ mmiɛnsa ɔyɛ fraud ɔsan use credit cards illegally ɛna bie mu no identity theft ɛno ɛne bɔne a kyerɛ sɛ saa man no ɔkɔdi a ɔno no ne din amba na the 7th on the list no ɛyɛ Brian Danjuma ɔno nso ɔka ho ebi a kyerɛ sɛ ɔno nso ɔka deportation list a kyerɛ sɛ ICE for a drop a kyerɛ sɛ ɔno nso no ɔmo de no ɛɛba na ɔmo se yɛkye no ɛwɔ Maryland ɛna kyerɛ sɛ yɛkye Brian Danjuma ɛwɔ na bɔne a ɔmo so ɔkɔdi yɛ na ɔmo se domestic violence bitimi ayɛ ntɔkwa wate aseɛ ɛno ɛne bɔne a kyerɛ sɛ Brian Danjuma ɛkɔkɔdi yɛ nam so ama kyerɛ sɛ yɛakye no na the 8th on the list no ɔno no ɔyɛ ɔbaa but ne din ampie ɛwɔ ɛyɛ screenshot a kyerɛ sɛ yɛnsa aka no na yɛse yɛkye no ɛwɔ Massachusetts ɛna kyerɛ sɛ yɛkye no ɛwɔ na ne bɔne a wakɔ akɔdi no ɛyɛ from building identity theft fraud illegal use credit card fraud impersonating ɛno ɛne bɔne a that particular ɛyɛ woman no ɔno okɔkɔdi yɛ ɛwɔ America ɛyɛ Massachusetts a kyerɛ sɛ yɛakye no a yɛde no ɛba ɛyɛ Ghana na the 9th on the list no nso no ne picture ɛna kyerɛ sɛ da ɛyɛ screen no ɛso no ɔno nso no yɛfrɛ no Franklin Donko ɔno nso no ɔmo kye no wɔ Atlanta, Georgia, and actually Franklin Donko Ewo artist or no so or can ice F4 list artist or my drop artist and crop for a bit deport Edo Mabacana or can home epi. Now, yes, ye chino, Ewa Atlanta, Georgia. Now, Bonnie on so could be a shoplifting, a because so baby. Say obi atone niyama a city say be a ShopRite or say be a me to ade aba o na Frank yes o ene wakọ abrante ene wakọ akoma so Ghana ha kure bi si say be a obi atone niyama ni nyina niyama ne de ya bọ niyama na wi a watu aka wi odi asi so obi a meje obeba o no obi amaso na kyese ono nso no or the call the next person on the list no ono nso no your friend is say Solomon Blay ewo ICE for a list a oma dropping crofo mba be deport omo e do ma Ghana no eho na ono yese bone a okodi ye no yese cruelty toward child any fraud and I say man no okoye ye no no so ye chi no ewo New Jersey and I just ono so no ye chi no the next person on the list no ono ase say bi ona ni hu kakra yes any the case na omo dia tag na no ase boy bra so the ono your friend is say Adams Suleiman. Now Adam Suleiman no, according to a US for almost any crime wa commit no cocaine possession and Adam Suleiman a crime to say or no wa commit no almost no Florida and I just say omo a chino. Now one particular guy just say was screen no so be mo so no your friend is say or no your friend Kofi Michael Ade, according to ICE for no, I'm saying a crime or committee, damage property, not just what could damage you be a property, and I say what damage a young crofobia a properties, and I just say, I'm so am I just say a chi Kofi Michael Ade, or no more chino, Virginia, and I just say a chi Kofi Michael Ade. So the next person on ICE for a list, I just almost drop here, your friend is Muhammad Mustafa and the next person just or that a list no so no crime just almost detach no extortion and I just say Muhammad Mustafa the crime just say America for actually more or into nam so much no muba abe deport no now the next person no Kahab Wupini and so Ghanaian. Now the crime omuchiri mu a wa committee just nam so my eyes for no America no money laundering and I just say Kahab Ukumi no the crime just say or committee another person on the list Emmanuel Haruna and so eka ho ebi now according to ICE for no almost say Haruna and so crime or committee assault and smuggling alien. Yes, and I just say Haruna, a crime, artist or no, what committee. Now, the next person be Kwabena Jane, not just on no America. Now, or committee crime, I actually now almost in a crime, our committee, homicide, and it is a crime, artist or committee, no, almost New York, not just the list keep going. Another person on the list, I just know how about Rasta come up. Or no, so no, almost friend. I say Emmanuel Darko, possession of weapon fraud, false statement, identity theft, BM, and I just say, yeah, Emmanuel Darko, a crime. I just say, what committee? I just say, I'm so my eyes for action, artists or deportation, Edinaba, a yeah, Ghana. Another person on the list, no, a Charles Sokpa, uncle. Charles Sokpa, uncle. And I just say, yeah, or no, so no, or what list, no, so, epi. Now, on a crime, I almost try to share what's our committee, a fraud, any swindle. Fraud, and I just say any crime, artist or no, so no, or committee, and on a normal channel, away Virginia. Another guy, artist on in the face, a very young and some innocent face be, I kitano. Honestly, your friend Martin or Bing Darko. Yes, Martin or Bing Darko, or no, and so eka hubi. No, almost sex offense. Now just say, ako ye. Soku, so what I say, sex offense, and I just say, I'm so at the channel, or non channel, or more channel, away Minnesota, and I just say, yeah, a yeah, Martin or Bing Darko. And another person be Emmanuel Lamte, so ya channel. Now the crime I don't know committee yeah, identity theft, identity theft, and also any crime I just committee and and a seminar one. In this particular post, Utimi Hajia 4real. Now, before we do this, one particular guy be a honum, our on your friend Albert and Chroma. Albert and Chroma, so eyes for HD1. Almost so on sono. Forgery. And I just on sono. Or yeah, I am so my eyes for China, just or be deported Edinaba a year Ghana. Now, David Mensah, and so and the next person on the list. David Mensah, so much the almost on sono, yeah, money laundering, and I just am so me a chino. Now, the next person on that list, no, Mona Monterrage, yes, Mona Monterrage, or no, so no, or that's so ebi. Not just say our very own Hajia 4real, the ding, and in the picture, and I just say PM, honomono, or no, so much more, almost in a crime, no, a fraud, or no, so much in Philadelphia, and I just almost a Mona, a Monterrage, and I just another person on the list, no, Kofi Owusu, so much almost a drug trafficking, and I just Kofi Owusu, so or yeah, nam so I might say, actually, USA, wabeda eyes for a list, so. The next person, no, Edmond Agbo, and so Ekahubi, and I'm so I'm yachino. Now, Edmond Agbo, no. Almost a crime, no, assault, human slavery, or trafficking. Yes, not to say no, any a year. Edmond Agbo, a Juma, or so do a horn man, so I might say, eyes for answer. Akano. Now, the next person, no, a year, Janet Agbemble, yes. Not just on no funny picture and show ye. Now, so almost see a friend is crime or committee, you know, a drug possession, yes, dangerous drugs possession, and not just on any crime, I just say or committee, and the one who say about you say why it's been so a PM, our listener, so I want to know, almost say or no, your friend Eric Ahiako. The crime our committee, you know, a fraud by wire. Fraud, insufficient fraud check, money laundering, and no any Eric Ahiakbo. A crime artist on also a committee on also no chino, a war a year Allenwood, a year Pennsylvania, said the bend yeho, and I just almost a chino, a war. Now the next person on the list, no, a Abdul Mohammed in Sudan, a war listing is to be artists on so much channel, a war America Honoma, Omodino, Ebeba, a gay fee. No, a crime, no, say identity theft. Yes, identity theft. No, normal chino, a war Texas, and no, anybody at say, Omochino, Omodino, a buffy. The next on the list, no, a year, Edward Sapon, no, almost say, or no, so. Narcotic cell, not just no drugs, no, yes, burglary and narcotic cell, not just drugs, and I just also daily in on almost South Carolina, and I just almost a war. The next person on the list, no, Joseph Amehikan. Joseph Amehegan, yes, assault, fraud, and a false statement. And I say Joseph Amehegan, and so yadi a chino, a war on almost chino, a way Massachusetts, yes, a ho, and I say almost a chino. Now, the next person be more listeners, no, a Paul Danya. Paul Danya so no omochino because of sex assault, drug possession, and trafficking. On so omochino Texas, a ho and I just say omutimi a chino. Another lady on the screen, I honestly your friend Lily iPhones or deben Lily, yeah, the thing no honestly crime no fraud. Yes, and so much Minnesota, yes, and I just so mutimi echi on so not just said the list no see. Into this particular list na appear artists and I'm so I'm a Hajia 4real just all trendy ye parties and yasem ketwa it's and say almost almost Hajia 4real din appear mu America for list of a people one person would deport a do ba a Ghana no emu and then I'm so I'm a Hajia 4real trendy vibes 24 trends comment section one with the abomodi so ba chere wadu or don't forget so ba share content no na for France so anya bi ahwe now first time abani and you be very simple bomodi so ba subscribe send be the update be about unsa e be to me akabi